how I'm fighting. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, I want to talk about this situation right now that's going down with Teofimo Lopez and Devin the Dream Haney. Now, apparently they were in negotiations to meet, to fight. And it seems that the fight has fallen through as of right now. Now, let me say this first. The word duck. I really don't like to throw that word around unless it's absolutely necessary, unless we've exhausted all other avenues of why a fight is not taking place. But I got to be honest with you guys on this one. Teofimo Lopez turning down this fight, I can't see it but anything as a duck. As good as a fighter as Teofimo Lopez is. Now, Teofimo Lopez said he is not selling his soul for $11 million. And he says that, he doesn't think he'll get a fair shake fighting in Saudi Arabia. And I think he wanted the fight to be at 140, where Devin Haney wanted the fight to be at 147. Now, Devin Haney did come out and say that they negotiated to meet in the middle. I think fight at a catch weight of 145. So, what is the deal? Why is Teofimo Lopez turning down the biggest payday in his career? He's always talking about, he hasn't made that much money fighting, and now he has an opportunity to make $11 million, and he's turning down the fight. I mean, what gives him that? And here's the thing that really baffles me. You were chasing after Jaron Boots Ennis, who fights at 147. You were willing to fight Jaron at 147, but you're not willing to face Devin the Dream Haney at 147. You said the fight had to be at 140. And in all honesty, that really doesn't make any sense. And here we are, once again, we're in a situation where Devin's trying to fight Teofimo Lopez, because we've been here before, and Teofimo Lopez is making excuses not wanting to face Devin the Dream Haney. And this is the only reason I see it as a duck. I can't think of any other reasons. The fight would have been at a catch weight. You would have got one of the biggest paydays of your life. I don't understand why you would think you would be robbed over in Saudi Arabia. Both of you guys are from the United States. I really don't get that. Maybe because Devin Haney is a Muslim. I don't know, but that just seems like a cop-out to me. Now, I did look on Devin Haney's X here, and Oscar De La Hoya has inserted himself in this. Devin Haney posted, he says, "What's your obsession with me?" And he posts a post that Oscar made on his verified X page. He says that Devin Haney is calling Teo a duck? Question. More like Teofimo is smart to not fight a runner who has less fans than Diddy does. So Oscar De La Hoya taking a swipe at Devin Haney. And let me say something about this. You hear a lot of people talking about how Devin Haney was running in his last fight. And I talked about how I didn't like the excessive movement in the fight. I thought, Devin Haney could have engaged a little bit more. But I did understand it. He was coming off of a layoff for over a year. He had a pretty tough fight with Ryan Garcia, who was on performance-enhancing drugs. But we also know that that's not typically how Devin Haney fights. I think he was being a lot more careful in the fight to make sure he got the win so he could get the Ryan fight. But Ryan didn't hold up his end of the bargain. Ryan lost in a fight with Rolly Romero, a fight that we all thought Ryan should win easily. And nobody talked bad on Ryan about him not engaging after he got knocked down, but somehow they want to pile on Devin Haney for not engaging as much as he could have. But Devin actually won his fight. Now, looking at Devin's past fights, we know that Devin Haney doesn't typically fight that way. When he fought Regis Prograis, he didn't fight that way. When he fought George Kambosos Jr., he didn't fight that way. When he fought Vasily Lomachenko, he did not fight that way. But somehow they want to put this label on him that he's a runner. And when I hear that, I see that as a cop-out. Now, just recently, we heard Teofimo Lopez come down on Canelo Alvarez for not knowing how to cut off the ring against William Skull. Well, let me say this. If he fights Devin the Dream Haney, he says he's a boxer, and I think Teofimo Lopez is a terrific boxer. He needs to be able to cut off the ring on Devin Haney. That is a job of a fighter. Styles make fights. There are different type of styles in fights. You have to learn how to make certain adjustments in fights. So I don't know where Oscar De La Hoya is coming from with this. Maybe he's trying to court Teofimo Lopez. We know he made a post about, you know, making Teofimo Lopez a star, you know, if he wanted to sign with Golden Boy. But I really think he needs to stay out of this, because both of his fighters on that last card lost. Ryan Garcia lost, and his other fighter lost to Devin the Dream Haney. So I think this is a situation he should stay out of. And right now, as far as I can see it, Teofimo Lopez, who, you know, I respect as a fighter, who I told you guys in the last video, I think he's done a lot for the sport. He's just looking like he doesn't want to engage with Devin Haney. He doesn't seem sure of himself when it comes to Devin Haney. Turning down an $11 million payday is crazy work, in my opinion, especially if you haven't touched those type of numbers, and to fight a guy who you supposedly think that you're better than. Make it make sense. But anyway, just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. Now, you know, maybe, you know, things will change. Maybe they'll get this fight over the hump. We'll see. But as of right now, it looks like Teofimo Lopez is ducking the smoke with Devin the Dream Haney. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.